evening and welcome to Two Piece en Español. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Super, super cool. I love this image. It
Mm.
looks like a
Yeah.
cold and I can hear the river, when I look at this image.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're talking about this refrán and it says, Cuando el río suena, agua lleva.
Cuando el río suena, agua lleva.
Okay, so it's time to understand. So, cuando it's when as a question. But can you see the stress mark?
Oh, right.
And without the stress mark, it's when as a consequence.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, for example, if I ask you, ¿cuándo vas al pan? So it's when do you go to buy some bread? And you answer, cuando necesito pan. So when I need bread,
Cuando hambre.
Yeah, cuando tengo hambre. So you can see written. When you are talking, it doesn't it it's there is no difference in the pronunciation. But
Mhm.
when it's written, you can see that it has to have a stress mark. So with the stress mark, it's a question. Without, it's a consequence. Okay, río, it's a river. Sonar, it's to sound. Llevar, it's to carry. And agua, it's water. We don't have plural of aguas. Like if you are talking a lot of water, it's not aguas, you know?
Uh-huh.
But we have an expression, aguas. And this is amazing. It comes from, in the beginning of the times, they say that it comes from Spain when
Uh-huh.
it was not sewer. So they cleaned the floor and they threw the water, the bucket with water through the window. But before through the water, because before they threw the water, they had to say aguas, like be
Oh,
careful.
like look out. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it said look out because I am going to throw my water.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's why you say aguas. And I read that in Spain it's not used. They don't use it anymore, but at least in Mexico we call it not about water, but
Right.
it's just like a be careful.
Like look out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, if you are driving and you are and you are about to crash, you say aguas. So you are telling
Yeah.
the people in the car like, oh, we are going to crash.
Beware, beware. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny because yeah, someone actually told me that, but they didn't have the explanation of why. And I was so confused. I was like, this just doesn't make sense.
I know. Yeah,
Why would
clearly.
that mean like look out, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
here you are.
okay, great.
So you have the
Oh,
feeling.
but then there's also different, but aguas frescas.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that. It depends. For example, if I am selling different kind of water,
Different kind. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
like a watermelon sandia or limonada and what or horchata, so I
Pepino
am
limón.
selling aguas, but you are talking about different kinds of
Different
water.
ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. So that's the other one. So that's the plural of agua. Okay, and then so we have that in when the river sound, it's because it carries water. But I think it's the explanation. It could be where there is smoke, there is fire. What do you think?
Mm,
So it's like if many people is talking about something, it's because maybe it is true or it's some
mm.
part if it is true. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess I haven't experienced the phrase like in Span, you know, in the Spanish context,
Mm-hmm.
but it sounds to me like it would. it would fit the same where there's smoke, there's fire. Cuando el río suena, like where there's the sound of a river, water is
Yeah.
carried, or like,
Yeah, it's for example when there is a problem in a classroom, you know,
uh-huh,
and many people is talking about the same subject, but you have your doubts. You say, no, maybe there is, for example, if you are talking about a teacher, no?
mhm.
And many people is saying, I don't think I saw something or I heard something, So it's many things like they are not like a maybe so truth, but you just start doubting. So you see, cuando el río suena, agua lleva. So maybe I should pay attention.
Oh, okay. Like maybe there's some truth to the rumors, kind of a
Uh-huh.
thing. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because there are many, so maybe you just have to be
There's got to
careful.
be something to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's the thing.
Okay, okay. Cuando el río suena, agua lleva. Lleva. Agua lleva.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't want to talk like about men, but I remember in my hometown when the many girls were talking bad about one boy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So my mom said, cuando el río suena, agua lleva. So you have to be very
Okay.
careful because if
Okay.
many women were talking about
Sure.
that, it could be
Right. Like like there's a reputation for a reason, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I mean, I just love refranes. They are
Good.
so wise. And now I am
They're
feeling so
helpful.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can really convey a lot of meaning with a few words, right? Like it kind of encompasses a whole vibe or yeah.
Yeah. But also you can be heard like a very sophisticated and wise. You could say, "Oh, I think that guy is blah blah." No, no, no. You say, "Cuando el río suena, agua lleva," and just leave the room. And many people is going to look at you like, "Wow, how wise."
Serious.
Yeah, I love it. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Bye
See
bye.
you next time.
See you.